Hi, my name is Queenie. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to do some yoga stretches that will focus on the hamstrings, so the back of the legs, as well as some hip openers that will help you sit a little more comfortably when you're in a cross-legged position. All you'll need is your mat for practice or something to practice on, and if you have maybe a folded up blanket or a towel, and perhaps some blocks, especially if your hamstrings are tight, it's good to have blocks to elevate your arms. All right, so to get started, we're going to come to the top of our mat. So standing, feet about hip width apart, so not all the way together, not super wide, but about hip width, toes pointing forward. When you inhale, I want you to reach your arms up super tall. And when you exhale, start to bend your knees, hinge from the hips, try to bring your ribs towards your thighs, bring your hands to the ankles, relax your head. And then when you inhale next, push your heels down, lift your bum upwards. So you start to straighten the legs, maybe not all the way, maybe keep the bend in your knees. Good, and then when you inhale next, you want to just relax your palms on the mat, keep your right foot there, send your left foot all the way back, bring your left knee down. Good, from here, just want you to rock your hips forward, breathe in, lift your arms up. Have your right hand hold the left wrist so that when you come into a side bend, you're stretching out the side body. So reaching over to the right side, push your hips forward. If your left knee is sensitive, you can bring a towel or your blanket there. Breathe. And then come through center. We're going to release the hands down. You might grab your blocks here on either side of your right foot and then start to push the hips back. Lift the right toes, flex the toe mound. Your hand's going to be on the highest setting, medium setting, lowest setting, or maybe hands on the mat eventually. May not be today. So you want to push your sit bones back, and then your chest, your head, reaching it forward. So hands again can be on blocks. Breathe. You want to feel the back of your right leg. You might have a bend to the knee. That is okay. A few more breaths here. And then start to bend the right knee. When you inhale next, just reach your right arm up, just coming into a twist. And relax the right hand down. We'll step the left foot forward to the top of the mat. When you breathe in, slide your hands to the shins, lift your chest forward. So come up halfway, not rounding the back, but try to squeeze the back muscles, lift the chest. Good. When you inhale next, stand all the way up, reach your arms up. Breathe out, bend your knees. Again, ribs towards your thighs, hands to the ankles, relax your head, lift the bum up, push your heels down. And when you inhale, release your palms down. Left foot will stay. Right leg will go all the way back. Lower the right knee down. Push your hips forward. Inhale, reach your arms up. Have your left hand hold the right wrist and side bend over to the left. Breathe into the right side body. Let your hips gently push forward. And again, cushion your right knee if you need. Breathe. When you inhale next, come through center, hands coming down. Once again, you can use your blocks. Push your hips back. Lift the left toes, the toe mound. Your butt pushes back. Chest, head, reaching forward. Flex the left toes. Bring the toes towards your face. Push your hands down. Send the bum back. Draw the belly in. Core is strong. Breathe. Focusing on nice long breaths in, slow breaths out. Relax your face, feel the back of the left leg. And then we'll slowly bend the left knee. Right hand's gonna stay. Inhale, reach your left arm up, just coming briefly to a twist. And then release left hand down. We'll step the right foot, the back foot forward. And again, to a halfway lift. Hands to the shins, you can bend the knees. Arch your back, don't round. Pull your chest forward. Good. When you inhale next, sweep the arms all the way up. And exhale, release the arms by your side. All right, so this time we're gonna send the feet a little wider. So as wide as your mat. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend your knees. Again, belly or ribs towards your thighs. Hold your ankles. And then when you inhale next, push your heels down, lift your bum upwards. Releasing the hands. Right foot will stay. Left leg goes all the way back. So long stance, right knee over the ankle. You don't want to step the foot so far back the knee is behind. You want to be able to bend the knee about 90 degrees here. Then your hands are going to walk forward, maybe even off the mat. So you want your body really long. You want your hips to press downwards. So this way we're stretching the hips. Feeling a little bit of a glute stretch maybe on the right side, front of the left hip flexor, left quads. I want to make sure your right knee and right toes point in the same direction. You don't want the toes in, the knee out, or the knee in and the toes out. They are in the same direction. Breathe. Hands can also be on blocks at any time. Then we're going to just walk the hands back next to the foot. Lower the back knee, cushion it if you need. And once again, we're going to send the hips back. So maybe here, again, you might use blocks for both your hands. Pushing them back. It could be the higher setting, could be the lowest setting. So eventually, as your hamstrings open, you may not need the blocks anymore. So hands are inside the right foot, same idea, butt pushing back, chest forward. Breathe. So as your hamstrings open, you're going to be able to come lower and lower, but give your body time, don't rush. All right, so from here, you will slowly release. Sending the back foot forward. And once again, halfway lift, hands to the shins, lift your chest forward. You can bend the knees, you can keep the legs straight. And then when you inhale next, just stand all the way up, reach your arms. Exhale, bend the knees, ribs towards the thighs, hands to the ankles. Lift your bum up as you breathe in, fold forward. Release the hands, left foot will stay, right foot will go all the way back. Hands walk forward. So make your body really long. And again, let your hips melt down, left knee on top of the left ankle. And this is a really good pose to counter sitting in a chair. So if you spend a lot of time sitting in your chair and at your desk for work, or studying, whatever it may be, this will help open the hips up. Strong, relax your shoulders so you're not squeezing the shoulders to the ears, and keep your breath flowing. Then we're going to walk the hands back in, lower the right knee, cushion it if you need, grab your blocks if you need, send the hips back, left toes pull towards the face, hands are inside the left foot. So we're doing different types of hamstring stretches. The first one, we had the foot between the hands. Now we have the foot outside. It will stretch a different part of your leg. So breathe and try not to rush. You don't want to force your chest down, but lift your chest forward. Getting the hamstrings to open will take some time. Breathe. All right, so when you inhale next, bend the left knee. We're going to step the back foot forward and then hands to the shins. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, pause here, shoulders down, neck is long. On your next inhale, lift all the way up and release your arms. Bring your feet together. So as the feet come closer together, it'll be a little harder to fold. You're going to inhale, lift the arms up again. Exhale, bend the knees. Ribs towards the thighs, hands to the ankles, head relax. When you inhale, lift the bum up and try to keep your ribs to your thighs. Release your hands, right foot will stay, left leg is going to go all the way back, lower the left knee. This time, so it'll look like this, your right foot moves over to the left hand. So cross it over, all right? And then when we go back, We straighten the leg, we stretch the outside of the leg. It's crossed over. So use your blocks if you need, hands on blocks. Right foot to the left hand, and then straighten. Or work it towards straighten. Again, it might have a bend, that's okay. It definitely took me a long time to stretch my hamstrings to this point. So sit bones push back, chest forward. This might be the most uncomfortable of the three options because we're stretching the outside of the hip as well as the hamstrings. Breathe, relax your face, relax your shoulders, push your butt back, lengthen your head forward. And when you inhale next, start to bend the knee, wiggle your foot back, and then maybe you want to have your blanket nearby. I want you to sit back, sit next to your foot. So from the back here, I have my bum next to my foot. For some of us, we might not be able to sit all the way down. Then you can fold your blanket and sit. Your left knee pointing straight forward. You don't want the knee pointing out too much. So maybe just stay here. No stretch in the knee. You want to stretch your quad, stretch the hip flexor. So maybe just stay today. If you can go deeper over time, you can bring hands behind you. Do not lift the knee. The knee stays on the mat. So you might come onto hands. Maybe over time, if this starts to open more, you come onto your elbows. You might not need your blanket anymore. Your butt is all the way on the mat, both butt cheeks. Or eventually you lie all the way down. Here for a few more breaths. So only come down if it feels okay. You don't want to be able to breathe slow. So these are steps. Eventually you might come all the way down. It doesn't have to be today. Breathe. Don't let the left leg lift up. Push the left leg down. And watch. You don't want to stretch your knee. You want to stretch your thigh, stretch your hip. All right, to release, if you are lying back, you might hold the side of your mat, push into your elbows, lift up, push into your palms. Good. Lift the hips, walk the hands forward, step the left foot forward, shake out the legs. And then hands to the shins, halfway lift, breathe in, breathe out, lift all the way up, inhale, exhale, release. Maybe shake out the legs again. So feet together, other side. You're going to inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, sit into kind of like a chair, ribs to the thigh, hands to the to the ankles. Lift your bum up. And then as you inhale, hands release. Left foot will stay, right foot goes all the way back. Lower the right knee down. Left foot goes over to the right side. Hands on blocks if you need. Push your hips back. Maybe lift the toes and toe mount again. And we're stretching the outside of the left hip, back of the left leg. Breathe. And again, you may find, at least personally, for me, this is the most uncomfortable hamstring stretch. Relax your shoulders. And as always, if you need to stay longer, you can always pause the video, stay longer. Otherwise, we're going to slowly release, bending the left knee. Wiggle the left foot back. And again, use your blanket if you need. You're going to sit back inside the right heel and maybe stay. Right knee pointing forward, not out. Stay here. Push your right sit bone down. Maybe you will start to lean back. Maybe lie all the way down. Don't rush. It might take few weeks, few months to stretch to this point. It's very normal that our thigh and our hip is very tight. So breathe here. You might feel the top of your foot stretching, the shin stretching as well. So this is the last option. You do not need to lie down right away. Breathe into the belly. Keep your breath slow. Pressing your right shin down. Make your body feel long. Remember, you want the stretch in your thigh and hip, not your knee. You might feel the stretch in your shin and your ankle and the top of the foot as well. All right, so slowly release, lifting yourself back up. Coming towards the top of the mat. Don't rush. Step your right foot forward. Shake it all out. Hands to the shins. Inhale. Exhale, stay. Breathe in, lift all the way up. Breathe out, bend your knees, hands to the ankle, ribs to the thigh. Lift your bum up. And then release your hands down. We're going to step both feet back all the way to a plank pose. So shoulders over hands, legs are straight. Breathe in. And when you exhale, lift the hips up. Come to down dog. So bum lifts up, your chest, push it towards your legs. So try to bring chest to the legs. Good. Heels, I want you to lift the heels up high, lift your bum high. Breathe in. And when you breathe out, push your heels downwards. Maybe they don't touch the mat, that's okay. And then again, breathe in, lift the heels, lift your butt up. Exhale, push your chest to the shins, your legs, and bring your heels down again. Again, inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, heels down, chest to the legs. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, heels down. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, heels down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press the heels downwards. 1 more, breathe in. Exhale. Beautiful. Bring your knees to the mat. All right, we're going to sit down. So maybe turn to the side of your mat. We're going to sit, bring soles of the feet together. Bring your heels towards your sit bones. You're welcome to sit on a blanket, sit on some blocks if that's more accessible. I want you to start with the knees lifted high. Hold your ankles. Your elbows are going to push the legs out. Your legs are going to hug in. So you're pushing out, arms are strong, legs hugging in, and slowly open the legs with the strength of your arms. And then when you cannot go any further, lift it back up. And again, your elbows push out, your legs hug in, push, strong. And this way we are engaging the hips. You're gonna lift it back up. So go at your own pace. Push with your arms really strong, legs hug in, but let your arms slowly win. Again, lifting up, press. Just gonna do it 2 more times, warming up the hips more. Lifting up, press. Good. And then just pause here for a moment. Relax your shoulders. Arms are relaxed as well. Okay, so we're gonna sit up. You're gonna keep your one leg. So this is maybe your right leg. Just keep it there. Left leg lifts up. Bring the left knee towards your right foot. And you're gonna twist to the left. You're trying to bring your left shoulder towards your right knee. So we're twisting to the right, sorry. So you're trying to bring shoulder towards the knee, coming down. This will stretch the outside of your right hip. You might rock the hands away from you and try to bring knee to your shoulder. Opposite knee, opposite shoulder. Breathe here. Again, you can stay longer, pause the video, or you're going to slowly release, come back up. Release the left leg, come back to center, bring the right leg, knee towards the foot, turning to the left. So it's my left knee, right shoulder. You want to bring those two closer together. Maybe you just stay here. Over time, come lower. Over time, coming all the way downwards. So again, we're stretching the hip. Trying to relax your right shoulder down towards your left knee. And pause the video if you need to stay longer. Otherwise, we're going to start to release. Come back up. Release that right leg. And close the legs like a book. Straighten the legs out, shake it up. All right, so you can face the front of the mat again. You might have blocks nearby. We're gonna come into Janu sirsasana, forward fold. So bend the right knee, sole the right foot inside the left thigh. If your knee is very lifted, you can bring a block here to rest the knee on, or even a blanket to rest on. Otherwise, you want to try to press the thigh downwards. So no hands, but push the leg down, even if it only comes partially, all right? So you want to keep the leg strong. Push down the whole time. Now, left leg, you can start with the knee bent, flex the toes. You can grab the feet, you can grab the ankles. So the main part is your torso. Don't let it round. Arch your back. So maybe stay here, push this leg down. Maybe even with a block, push the leg down onto the block. Stay. Over time, chest forward, left leg can start to straighten a little bit at a time. So no rounding. Arch your spine. Fold here. Flex the toes towards your face. Breathe. Let's try to pull your chest forward. Stay longer, pause the video if you need to. Otherwise, we're going to come up and we'll switch sides. So straighten the right leg, shake it out, bend the left, sole the left foot inside the right thigh, same thing. Press the leg down, strong. Keep the leg strong. Flex the right toes. You can bend the right knee to start. You can hold ankles, hold the feet. Lift your chest. Try not to round, especially when we start to move the leg forward. If you notice you start to straighten the leg, but you need to round, then you're stretching your back, you're not stretching your hamstring. You need to be able to arch your spine. So go as far as your leg allows you today. Push your left thigh down using the strength of your left hip. Breathe. Again, pause the video if you need. Stay longer if you want to. Otherwise, we're going to release. Lift up. Straighten out the left leg. Shake it out. All right. So for the next one, we're going to lie all the way back and bend both your knees. So first, we will hug the right leg in. So bring your hands to the shin or the hands to the thigh. Bring the leg close towards the right side of your chest. Flex your right ankle. So not relaxed. You want to bring the toes towards your shin. Flex. Then bring your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Good. Maybe you stay here today. While we stay, right thigh, push it forward. No hands to push. Just use the strength of your hip. First option. Second option, you bring your right arm through the legs. Hold the back of your left thigh. So you can hug the leg close. Flex your ankle. Good. Both ankles flex. Stay here. If you hold the leg, you can try here. When you breathe in, you can push the heel out. And when you breathe out, you bend the left knee. You can try breathing out to extend the leg and breathing in to bend the knee. So it doesn't matter the breath, but I need you to breathe. Maybe you straighten the leg. Maybe you straighten partially, only a little bit. That's okay. All right, we will release the foot, and let's bring both knees to the right, both knees to the left. And we're going to straighten the right leg, hold the back of the left leg, hug it in again, flex the left heel, and then slowly straighten the leg. So keep your head on the mat, don't lift the head, hold the back of your thigh. So you can practice just bend and slowly straight, bend and slowly straight, or just try to push your heel up. Stay here. Breathe. Press your right leg down. And then slowly release the leg. Shake it out. All right, bend both knees, other side. We'll hug the left leg in again. So bringing hands on the shin, hug the leg in, breathe. And then bring left ankle on top of your right thigh. No hands, just trying to press the left thigh forward. Good. Stay here, or left arm through the legs. Find the right hand in the back of the thigh. Keep your head on the floor. Flex both ankles, and then you can breathe in or out. Start to push the right heel up, straightening the leg as much as you can, and then bend. So just like that, nice and slow. All right. Stay longer if you need, or we will release the right foot down, release the left foot down, bring your knees to the left and to the right, left and right. Then we'll straighten the left leg, hug the right leg in, then bring the hands to the back of the thigh, start to straighten the right leg. So you might notice maybe one side is a little tighter than the other side. The tighter side, you can maybe try to stay longer. And while you hold the leg here, push your heel up. Even if your knee is still bent, that's okay. Just push the heel, keeping the leg strong, trying your best to work it straight over time. Breathe. Push your left thigh down into the ground. And slowly release. Shake out the legs. Hug both legs in. Gently rock side to side. And you can sit all the way up. Sitting cross-legged, see how that feels. And that's it for today. Extra little tip, if you want to help stretch your hamstrings a little better, if you have a little golf ball at home, what you can do is roll the soles of your foot on it. So that when the soles of the feet are really tight, the hamstrings also become tight. So you can roll one foot and then the other. You can do that when you're sitting at your desk, whatever works for you. That is very helpful to do if you have spare time. So thanks for joining me. Hope to see you again soon.